Good Sunday afternoon. How the hell is everybody? Guys out in the shop, monkeying around with this dirty bitch. Because, I changed the oil, I don't know, probably like a month ago. Ran the car up the temperature, testing out my digital fans. And, I don't know, about a week and change ago, I noticed I got a massive puddle of oil where the rear main seal is. And those folks that know, those that you don't know, it's a seal that's on the back of the engine that keeps the oil, in the engine where it's fucking supposed to be. So, my exhaust is done, transmission's in, clutch, all that good stuff. So let me show you where a guy's at today. Boop. There's that. Was in car. Guy's got his, the old McLeod, got my good fancy racing clutch. So I know enough to be dangerous. I grew up, my dad's a mechanic. I grew up, underneath cars in the driveway, helped my dad bench press transmissions in and all that shit. And hold the fucking light, can you see? That was my upbringing. But here's a new one. Let me show you where the oil's coming from. So some of you mechanics that might be out there. All right, called my one buddy that works on my shit for me. Climb right there. Yeah, get you right up in there, yeah. So, let's see. For those that don't know, this little thing right around here, that is the rear main seal. That doesn't look terrible. I mean, it's got a little residual, but see that drippy drip right there? That's where I am confused. And even my mechanic, let me get out from underneath this bitch. Oh, Jesus. Okay, crawling out. So yeah, even my mechanic who's a Ford feller, never seen that neither. I literally just got the phone with him. I sent him a picture of it. And those of you didn't know, so I'm talking some, mechanical stuff. The flywheel bolts are all the same length and the same exact ones I took out of the car because all this came out of a 95 GT. I don't know. Plus, I put the royal purple, fancy oil in here because I plan on pounding the shit out of it. And that stuff is filthy, dark, nasty oil. Like, I'm pretty sure I drained all the oil out of it when I changed on it. And like I said, I've only ran the car up the temperature once, so I don't know what's going on. I do have, let's, been around here, let's just get the roll cage in though, right? Sure. And yeah, it's not NHRA certified, legal, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be, seatbelt harnesses there because I got the fancy racing wannabe seats, cool door bars, just, make it look cool. Plus, these cars are made out of tin foil. Those of you that have never had a classic anything apart, especially a Ford. When I replaced all the panels on this thing, I couldn't believe that Carroll Shelby raced these things. I mean, flexing and yeah, they're tinfoil. So that'll help stiffen things up, and God forbid a guy becomes inverted. That will still help. That's in the car. That's welded this time. So, and then obviously it's going to be the same color red as the rest of the interior. I already got a set of black harnesses that I bought for Butch, but I can't fit a roll bar in Butch because the seats are all the way up against the back of the cab. So we're going with the old school in Butch, and we're going to do 5 points in here. Gauges are all hanging out. These are Jegs brand. Let me scoot you up. Yeah, right there. I mean, they look pretty, right? They're gorgeous. Lights, all the lights work except the oil pressure gauge doesn't work. So last week, during the week when a guy had, an hour to monkey around, I called Jegs. And I had called them once before and tried to get to the service department. I literally had my phone out here in the shop on my toolbox for 20-something minutes. No one answered. Great. So then I'm like, okay, I got your number, fuckers. I'm going to call, and I'll just keep pushing one or whatever and get somebody. Well, I got somebody. I actually talked to somebody for real. Super helpful. The guy's like, oh, yeah, these are still under warranty. I'm like, perfect, great. Let me get you over to the service department, he says. Okay. And I did the same thing. Phone sat here on my toolbox for 20 plus minutes while I'm monkeying around with the bitch here. And I finally got tired of listening to their garbage music. So I don't know. I can't get a hold of Jegs to get a new gauge. Because it's been nice. I know the car has oil pressure. I've ran enough. I've read the shit out of it. It's been blown up by now. But that's a new one with the oil coming out. I'm so happy I got to spend an hour pulling all that shit apart. Exhaust, whatever. Because I was literally a drive shaft, a brake bleed, and a clutch adjustment from going out on the road and burning what's left of these tires down to the fucking ground. And now the transmission's out, the clutch is out, the flywheel's out. I got oil leaking out of the back of the crank, and I still got to bleed the brakes. Well, first I got to take apart the rear calipers because the parking brake is activated for some reason. And I got to pull those cables off because I'm not going to use parking brake. So yeah, that's been my Sunday, early afternoon because we lost an hour. I woke up and I'm like, holy shit, it's 11 o'clock or 10:30 already? And actually, no, it was like 9:30. Guy was up late on the phone with a buddy. I was on the phone with Carl. If you guys know Carl, then you know. So yeah, there's the update on the bitch, which I'm debating on. Maybe that's the name I'm going to call it, is just the bitch, because it's 3 steps forward and 5 steps back every time. But what are you going to do? Hot rods, it's something to occupy a guy's time and another hole in the ground to throw money at, but it's fun sometimes. Those of you that give a shit, whatever, are following the car build, that's what today was up to. So I guess, the plan in trying to fix that leak is I'm just going to let it dribble out for a couple of days because it's not like I need it right now. Get some brake cleaning. Hog out those holes. And then when I go to put the flywheel back on, just hammer those bolts full of, room temperature vulcanized cream RTV for those that don't know. And hope that it doesn't leak oil. My mechanic's hypothesis was that maybe at some point someone rammed a bolt through that was too long and got into the oil jacket on the back of that crank where the main bearings would get lubricated. So yeah, that's where we're at. It's neat. I appreciate y'all. I gotten a couple of donations already for the podcast room build. That's probably not gonna have much done to it here in at least the next week, because the guy's got the job trailer on a job because I gotta make money. And because the next purchase for that's going to be plywood for the walls and something cool for the ceiling. I might do batten board or rough cut on the ceiling, just try to save a couple bucks because that doesn't need anything spectacular. But yep, hope you all enjoyed your weekend. Appreciate you all coming out for the live stream on Friday. That was neat. And I'm sure we'll be talking real soon about all the stuff and things that are going on in the world. So I appreciate you all. We'll talk to you real soon. See ya.